Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
We're coming out this recession slowly, but there's still a lot of people out there that didn't have bad credit and do now. And dealers are like a bunch of wolves out there preying on people like this, advertising bad credit, no problem, 100% guaranteed credit approval. They make these outrageous claims only to be disclosed in the fine print, must be approved by the lender. Well, in the bold print, you say 100% guaranteed credit approval if you can show that you make $1,500 a month and you have a utility bill, and they give you a couple other minor accomplishments that you have to prove that will give you 100% guaranteed credit approval, and it just doesn't happen. It's like casting a huge net. You get thousands of people that are promised something you can't deliver, and then a few people come in that you can take advantage of. But my first advice would be believe none of the guaranteed credit approval advertisements. They often say, every credit application guaranteed. Well, what that means, that's a play on semantics to try to trick you. Yeah, we guarantee you that we will let you give us your credit application. We'll guarantee you we'll take your credit application. That doesn't mean they're going to approve your credit. And the 100% guaranteed credit approval is just a flat lie. The way they weasel out of that one is they say, okay, we'll get your credit approval no matter how bad your credit is, but if the car costs $20,000, you'll have to put up a $19,999 down payment, or we'll finance it for 1 month. You know, they can condition it where it's technically a credit approval, but in point of fact, it's not really a credit approval. Terrible thing to do, because there's nothing more sensitive than a person's credit. And particularly when you've had good credit all your life and through circumstances beyond your control you don't, and suddenly got a low beacon score of in the low 500s, can't buy anything. What a terrible plight to be in, then to be exploited by these dealers. So ignore all those ads. The first thing you want to do is you want to find a car that you want and that you can afford. Set your sights realistically, because you're not going to be able to buy a $75,000 car with all the bells and whistles. Try to find the lowest priced, reliable car. And I'm suggesting a used car too. Don't buy a new car if you've got bad credit. Check on the safety ratings. Look for a reliable car that has got a good resale value, a car that has got a good maintenance record, use Consumer Reports. So you're in the driver's seat. You're choosing the car that you want to buy. The other thing is, try not to walk into any car dealer and say, can you get me finance? When you do that, you lose control. Don't discuss your credit with the car dealer. If you go in and say, can you get me finance, they're going to try to put you in the car they think they can get finance quicker, and they're going to take advantage of you in a lot of ways, like high interest rates, high profits, because you don't have control. Control the purchase. Get the best price you can on the car that you choose that you want to buy. Now the tough part comes, because you've got bad credit. What are you going to do? The credit climate today, strange as it may seem, has loosened up considerably for what we call the special finance customers. Special finance lenders are more liberal today. We are seeing people get financed with beacon scores in the low 500s. So shop your credit, just like you should have shopped your car to get competitive pricing. Go to banks, go to credit unions, go online, and you will be surprised at the sources of credit that are out there. The thing you really have to be careful of are these predatory dealers. If you have bad credit, there's a bank fee that oftentimes the lenders charge. Is supposed to go off the profit of the car. It's supposed to be absorbed by the dealer. But what the dealers are doing, and we caught one not too long ago in a mystery shopping report that was charging the customer with a bad credit for the $2,500 that the bank fee amounted to. That's illegal. It's a violation of truth in lending. And they got away with it by forcing that customer to buy a paint sealant package that probably cost the dealer $50 and charged him $2,500 to compensate for the bank fee. A violation of truth in lending. Be careful of that. Ask if your lender is charging a extra fee on top of the interest rate, and try to get the lowest interest rate you can. In a worst case scenario, when you cannot absolutely get any financing. If you have a score below like 500, it's almost impossible to get conventional financing. There's something out there. It's a financing of last resort. It's called buy here, pay here. You've probably seen it advertised. These are dealers that carry the paper themselves. The interest rates are very high. Oftentimes the payments are weekly, but it's better than no source of financing at all when you have to have transportation. I'll give you the name of a good buy here, pay here dealer that you can rely on, and it's called Beach Cars. Beach Cars. And he specializes in low-price cars, and he specializes in people with really, really bad credit. And there are honorable people out there. If you have to go because you can't get financing anywhere, then I would recommend Beach Cars. Earl Stewart.